So the omega n value, this is 22.147 radian per second. Okay. Now use this equation to get the value of zeta. So zeta is equal to the C value. This is a point. Sorry, this is 147.15. Okay. And the CC value, this is a 2m omega n. So 2 mass is 20 kg into omega n is 22.147. Okay. So get this answer for zeta. So you can check the answer. This is 0.166. Okay. So this answer 0.166 or zeta, it is a less than 1. Okay. That means the given system, it is an underdamped system. Okay. So now to find out the velocity and the displacement of the mass after 1 second. First step will be we should find out the equation for displacement. Okay. So now refer the general equations for underdamped system. Okay. So I have given the general equation as x is equal to the constant d1 e raised to minus zeta omega nt. Okay. Sine square root 1 minus zeta square into omega nt plus phi 1. Okay, or you can use cos. So this is the general equation. Okay. Now refer the initial conditions. So we have the initial condition at t is equal to 0. The displacement, it is 0. And t is equal to 0. There is some velocity which is equal to it is 0.1 meter per second. Actually, it is a 10 centimeter per second. So in meter per second, it will become 0.1. So we should use these boundary conditions so that we can find out the constant d1 and this constant phi 1. Okay. So you can put first condition as it is. So put the value of x 0 because x 0 when time t is 0. So put the value t 0 in this equation. So e raised to 0, it will become 1. Okay. So this is equal to constant d1 in bracket. This is a sine. As t is 0, this total term will be 0. So just we will get sine phi 1 or just sine phi 1. Okay. So sine phi 1 is 0 and phi 1 is equal to 0. Okay. So sine inverse 0, it is 0. So this is the first constant phi 1. Now we should calculate the value of D1. So we should use the second condition. But for the second condition, we should have the equation for x dot. So differentiate this complete equation. Okay. So x dot, this is equal to, differentiate this equation. So here we should use the product rule for the differentiation. So this is the first term and this complete is the second term. And take D1 as a constant. So D1 in bracket. So I will differentiate first term by assuming this as a constant. Okay. So e raised to minus zeta omega nt is differentiation will be e raised to minus zeta omega nt multiplied by minus zeta omega n. So here I will write minus zeta omega n e raised to minus zeta omega nt sine that complete bracket. Okay. Plus, now assume this as a constant e raised to, and this is the variable term. So differentiate that term. So this will be as it is. So sine theta, it will be cos theta. So cosine of that complete angle and multiply by differentiation of this term. So we should multiply by, this is square root 1 minus zeta square into omega n. Okay. Now use the second condition. T0 x dot is equal to 0.1. So put the value here 0.1. And this is equal to the constant d1 in the bracket e raised to 0. So this is a 1. Okay. So this is minus zeta omega n. In the bracket, we have this term. Okay. So if I put here 0, this term will be 0. So just we have the phi 1. So this is sine phi 1 plus again e raised to 0, 1 and cos. So in this bracket, we have the same term. So this is 0. So just we have the phi 1 and multiply by this term. This is 1 minus zeta square into omega n. Okay. Now phi 1, it is 0. So as sine 0, this total term will be 0. But cos 0 is 1. So we have the equation 0.1 d1 in the bracket 0 plus cos 0 1. So this is 1 minus zeta square into omega n. Okay. And therefore d1, this is equal to 0.1 upon the square root 1 minus zeta square into omega n. So we can get the exact value of the constant d1. So put the value of zeta, which is a 0.166, and omega n, so that value is 22.147. So this is 0.1 upon the square root 1 minus 0.166 square and multiply by 22.147 to calculate the d1 value. So you can check the answer. This is a 4.578 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. So once you get both the constants, phi 1 and d1, put these values again in the general equation. that is a x. Okay. So x is equal to the constant d1, which is 4.578 10 to the power minus 3 e raised to minus zeta omega nt and sine the square root 1 minus zeta square into omega nt. Phi 1 is 0. Okay. So this is the exact equation for the displacement with the given boundary conditions. Okay. So these boundary conditions are t0, x is equal to 0, and second condition is t0, x dot is equal to 0.1 meter per second. So now what is the question? We should find out the displacement. So what is the x when t is equal to 1 second? This is the first question. Okay. So put the value t is equal to 1 second in this equation and put the remaining values zeta, which is a 0.166, omega n 22.147, and t as a 1 second. Okay. And get the value of x. So this is your first answer. And second question is, what is x dot, that is a velocity, when t is equal to 1 second? So right now we don't have the equation for x dot. This equation is x. So we should differentiate this equation. So differentiate this equation, calculate the, get the equation for x dot. So this is equal to, just differentiate this complete equation. So x dot is, so this term is constant, 4.578 10 raised to minus 3. In bracket, use the product rule for the differentiation. So first term is minus zeta omega n e raised to, this is a minus zeta omega nt, and this is a constant term, plus, now this is a constant term, e raised to minus zeta omega nt, and sine its differentiation will be cos. So total term in the bracket and multiplied by, this is the 1 minus zeta square into omega n. Okay. Now this is the complete equation for the velocity. To put all these values, zeta, omega n, and t equal to 1, and get the value of x dot. So this is the answer for the velocity when time t is equal to 1 second. So you can check the answer. X is equal to 4.312 10 raised to minus 5 meter, and the velocity is 2.196 1916 and 10 raised to minus 3 meter per second. Okay. So you try to complete this and you can check these answers. Okay, so now note down the second problem. A spring mass and damper system has a spring constant K This is a 14 kilonewton meter. The viscous damper with coefficient C, which is a 1400 Newton second per meter, and the mass of 8.6 kg. Initially, it is at the rest. And it receives an impulse force to the right which imparts an initial instantaneous velocity of 25 meter per second. So determine the expression for the displacement x, and second, what will be the maximum displacement of the mass from the initial position. Okay, so this problem is similar to the last problem. So here we will consider the spring mass damper system, which will have the horizontal motion. Okay, so this is the given system. So that this mass will oscillate in this direction. And this is the equilibrium position. Okay. So initially mass is at the equilibrium position and the rest condition. So the initial condition is when t is 0, the x is equal to 0. Suddenly mass receives impulse force. Okay. So impulse force means a force for a very small time duration. So on the graph, if this is the value of force, then this is the impulse force on force time graph. So very small time duration, we apply a substantial value of the force. So this force, it will provide this sudden velocity that is called as the instantaneous velocity. Okay. So similar to the, if you hit the object or hit the mass by a hammer, so it will provide the impulse force. Okay. So this instantaneous velocity for this mass only at the initial condition. Okay. So when t is equal to 0, the velocity x dot, that is equal to 25 meter per second. Okay. And because of this velocity, mass moves to the right side. After that, it will move towards the equilibrium position and then it will start oscillating. Okay. So for this motion, we should find out the expression for the displacement. That means we have to find out the equation of x, which is a function of time. And then we should find out what is the maximum displacement from the initial position. Okay. So to find out this equation, we have to first find out the type of system, whether zeta greater than 1, zeta equal to 1, zeta less than 1. So for that, use this equation C upon 2m omega n. Okay. C value is given, mass is given, and K is given. So calculate the value of omega n by using this equation, square root K by m. Put this value in this equation. Get the value of C upon 2m omega n, that is the value of zeta, and check whether zeta greater than 1, equal to 1, or less than 1. If it is greater than 1, then use the general equation of zeta. Sorry, general equation of x for the overdamped system. Okay. And then use these boundary conditions. Get the value of constants d1, d2 if it is overdamped system. And then you will get the final equation. That is the x, which is a function of time. And then find out the maximum displacement. Okay. So try to complete this problem as a homework. So we will stop here.